What if I told you that you could remember names with ease? What if you could walk into a room and recall every face? What if you could read a book and remember the important parts weeks later? You can. I am here to tell you that your brain is not fixed. It is not like a stone. It is more like a muscle. You can train it. You can make it stronger. You can make it faster. You can make it more reliable. Forget everything you have been told about having a bad memory. Today, we start a new story. You will learn simple, science-backed habits that you can use right away. You will feel more confident. You will feel smarter, and you will feel in control of your mind. Before we jump in, let's do a quick exercise. I want you to think of one thing you struggle to remember. Let's begin this journey together and unlock the incredible power you already have. It is about working smarter, not just harder. Let's take the next one and build the solid foundation your powerful new memory needs to thrive. Let's get down to basics. You would not try to run a marathon without training, and you would not build a house on a shaky foundation. Your brain's performance depends on 3 simple physical habits. Sleep, hydration, movement. Good sleep is not a luxury. It is a necessity. When you sleep, your brain is hard at work. It is like a diligent librarian organizing the information from your day. It clears out toxins, strengthens new connections, moves short-term memories into long-term storage. Next up is water. Your brain is about 75% water. When you are even slightly dehydrated, your cognitive function drops. The solution is easy. Finally, let's get you moving. When you move, you pump oxygen-rich blood to your brain. Physical activity also helps create new brain cells, a process called neurogenesis, especially in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. You do not need to run a marathon. A brisk 10-minute walk can work wonders. These small actions done consistently create the bedrock for a powerful memory. Focus first, then learn. In our world of constant notifications, emails, and alerts, our attention is always being pulled in a dozen different directions. Here is the hard truth. Multitasking is a myth. What you are actually doing is task switching. Every time you switch from one task to another, your brain pays a price and leaves behind what scientists call attention residue. And here is the rule. If you cannot focus on something, you cannot remember it. Memory begins with attention. We create a sanctuary for our minds. We do this by practicing single tasking. Give it your undivided attention. That means turning your phone over so you cannot see the screen. It means closing the extra tabs on your computer. It is called the Pomodoro technique. You set a timer for 25 minutes. During that 25-minute block, you work on one single task. When the timer goes off, you put a check mark on a piece of paper and take a short 5-minute break. This method works because it respects your brain's natural rhythm. I want you to close that one tab or app right now. That little bit of quiet in your mind, that is the space where learning and memory happen. Now that you have your foundation and your focus, let's get into the 2 most powerful learning techniques ever discovered by science. If you only take 2 things from this essay, make them these. Active recall-spaced repetition. Most of us were taught to learn by rereading, but this is passive and inefficient. It creates the illusion of knowing. The real magic happens when you force your brain to work. That is where active recall comes in. It is actively retrieving information from memory. After you read a page, close the book. Look away from your notes. Say the key ideas out loud in your own words, or write them down. Struggling and retrieving builds strong neural pathways. It's like lifting a weight at the gym. The struggle makes the muscle grow. Our brains are designed to forget, a feature, not a bug. To mark a memory as important, revisit it at increasing intervals. Learn something on day 1, review it on day 2, review again on day 4. Let's make this real. Pick one simple fact from this essay now. For example, active recall is pulling information from your mind. Close your eyes, or look away from the screen. Say that fact out loud in your own words. Take out your phone and set a reminder for tomorrow. What is active recall? By testing yourself at spaced intervals, you hack the forgetting curve and transfer knowledge into long-term memory. Visualization is your superpower. Your brain does not think in abstract letters and numbers, it thinks in pictures. Our ancestors survived by remembering where the good berry bushes were, by remembering what a saber-toothed tiger looked like. Our visual and spatial memory systems are ancient and incredibly powerful. So if you want to remember something boring or abstract, turn it into a picture. Vivid, Let's start with something we all struggle with: names. The next time you meet someone, do not just hear their name, see it. If you meet a man named Mr. Baker, imagine him with a tall white baker's hat, maybe with a little flower on his nose. If you meet a woman named Penny, imagine a giant, shiny penny balanced on her head. It sounds silly, right? That is the point. The stranger and more absurd the image, the more it will stick in your mind. Hearing, seeing, speaking. One ancient technique is the memory palace, or the method of Loti. Use a familiar location, like your own house, as a mental filing cabinet. Let's say your grocery list is eggs. Imagine giant cracking eggs rolling down your front steps. Bread. See a huge, fluffy loaf of bread sitting on your living room couch. Milk. Picture a waterfall of milk cascading down your kitchen sink. Picture the path you always take through your home. To recall the list, take a mental walk through your house and see the items. Let's say you need to remember that the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. That is a dry, scientific fact. Imagine a tiny little mouse, Mito, with a superhero cape. The mouse flexes its muscles inside a prison cell. He's lifting weights. He's powering a light bulb. That's your mighty mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Pause now and try it. Can you turn it into a weird, wonderful, and wild picture? How to eat an elephant. Have you ever tried to memorize a long string of numbers, like a phone number or a confirmation code, and found your brain just gives up after a few digits? There is a scientific reason for that. Research shows that our short-term memory can typically only hold about 7 pieces of information at a time, plus or minus 2. For some of us, it is as few as 4. This is our brain's natural limit. So when we are faced with a huge amount of information, we feel overwhelmed. The trick is not to try to get a bigger brain. The trick is to package the information into smaller, more manageable bites. This technique is called chunking. You already use chunking every day without even thinking about it. Look at a phone number. You do not see it as 10 individual digits, 91755512334. You have turned 10 items into 3. This is much easier for your brain to handle. You can apply this same principle to anything you want to learn. Instead of trying to memorize a long, complex sentence, break it down into smaller phrases. Instead of trying to tackle a huge project, break it down into 3 to 5 small, concrete steps. Chunking works beautifully for learning new vocabulary or complex concepts. Take a big word like photosynthesis. It looks intimidating, but let's chunk it. Photo comes from Greek and means light. Synthesis means to put together, so photosynthesis is just using light to put things together. Suddenly the word has meaning. It is no longer a random collection of letters. It is a story. You can do this with historical dates, scientific formulas, steps in a process. Look for patterns. Let's try it right now. Find a long number around you. Credit card number, license plate, serial number on a device. Do not try to memorize it all at once. Look at it and see if you can break it into 2, 3, or 4 smaller chunks. Say the chunks out loud. Notice how much lighter it feels? One of the deepest ways to learn something is to teach it to someone else. This idea was championed by the brilliant physicist Richard Feynman, and it is now known as the Feynman technique. It is a simple, 4-step process for learning anything. The core idea is this: if you cannot explain a concept in simple terms, you do not really understand it yet. Teaching forces you to confront the gaps in your own knowledge. Step 1. Choose a concept you want to learn. Take out a blank sheet of paper and write the name of the concept at the top. Step 2. Write out an explanation of the concept as if you were teaching it to a child. Use simple language. Use your own words. Use analogies and examples. Do not just spit back the definition from the textbook. As you do this, you will quickly discover where your explanation gets fuzzy or where you have to use complicated jargon. This is where the magic happens. Step 3 is to review and identify your knowledge gaps. Where did you get stuck? Go back to your source material, your book, your notes, your lecture, and focus specifically on those weak areas. This targeted review is far more effective than rereading everything. You are patching the holes in your understanding, making the entire structure stronger. Finally, step 4 is to refine and simplify your explanation. Try explaining it out loud. You can talk to a friend, a family member, or even your pet. The wall works too. The act of speaking it forces a different kind of mental processing. It makes the abstract concrete. Take one idea from this essay right now. Pause, and try to explain it in 3 simple sentences out loud. Teach it to learn it. You are what you eat. We have talked about the physical foundation of sleep and movement, but we cannot forget fuel. Your brain is a high-energy organ consuming about 20% of your body's calories. Giving it the right kind of fuel can improve focus, clarity, and recall, while the wrong kind can leave you feeling foggy and slow. You do not need a perfect diet, but making a few smart swaps can make a noticeable difference. It is about adding more of the good stuff. First, let's talk about healthy fats. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, so it needs high-quality fats to build and repair its cells. You can find these powerhouse fats in oily fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines. If you are not a fish person, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Next, load up on color. The vibrant colors in fruits and vegetables come from compounds called flavonoids and antioxidants. These powerful plant nutrients help protect your brain from damage. Berries, especially blueberries, leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale. The simple rule is to eat the rainbow. Try to get a variety of colorful plants on your plate every day. Finally, be mindful of what to limit. Highly processed foods and sugary snacks can cause inflammation and create a brain fog that makes it hard to concentrate and remember things. Swap that sugary soda for a glass of water with lemon. Choose a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts over a candy bar for an afternoon snack. Try this today. What is one healthy snack you can swap for a less healthy one? Making that one small choice is a vote for a sharper, clearer, and more powerful brain. Knowledge is not power. It is only potential power. Action is power. You now have the science and the strategies to build a truly remarkable memory. But knowing is not enough. You have to do it. The key is to start small and build a simple, sustainable routine. Do not try to implement all of these habits at once. That is a recipe for overwhelm. Instead, pick one or two that feel easiest for you and integrate them into your life today. A great memory is not the result of one heroic effort. It is the sum of many small, consistent actions. It is a habit you build day by day. Let's create a sample daily plan to show you how easy this can be. In the morning, drink a full glass of water right after you wake up. While you have your coffee, spend 5 minutes reviewing flashcards using spaced repetition. That is it. That is your morning memory workout. During your workday, practice one 25-minute focus block. When you take your 5-minute break, stand up and do a few stretches. In the afternoon, practice active recall by summarizing a report's key points. In the evening, teach one new thing you learned today to a family member or friend. Before bed, spend an hour screen-free. Read a physical book. Does that sound hard? No, each step is small. Each one takes only a few minutes. Stack them day after day, and the cumulative effect is incredible. You are building a powerful ecosystem for your brain to thrive in. So here is first, commit. Choose one habit you will start today. Not tomorrow, today. Second, share your commitment in the comments. Declaring it publicly makes you more likely to stick with it. Third, subscribe for more practical guides. Finally, share this with one friend who would benefit. The best way to learn is to teach. The best way to grow is to help others grow with you. Start now. Your limitless brain is waiting. Remember, your brain can change, and it's easier than you think. The journey to an extraordinary memory starts with a single step. Take that step today.